How to interview for a job. Interviewing for a job is quite an important step in the whole process of being hired. Proper preparation for an interview can build up your self-confidence and may just score you that much wanted job. Here are some easy steps on how to prepare and successfully go through a job interview. Do your homework on the company first. Know the mission and values of the place, and any recent accomplishments. This will help you understand what the company is trying to do and how you would be a good fit for them. You should also study the job description carefully because it will provide you with the key elements of all the skills and experiences that the employer is looking for. Second, get ready for common interview questions. Practice answering questions such as, tell me about yourself, what are your strengths and weaknesses, and why do you want to work here? Prepare examples of past work or school experiences that show off your skills and accomplishments. This will give you more confidence during an interview. Other than that, plan your outfit in advance. Choose professional clothes that are suitable for the industry to which you will be interviewed. Dressing accordingly reflects that you are concerned about the job and respect the culture of the company. A good first impression is very necessary, and dressing neatly will help a lot. On the day of the interview, arrive a little early. This will give you some time to compose yourself and get focused before meeting the interviewer. In the interview, make sure to take the time to listen properly to each and every question and not rush immediately into answering. Be soft-spoken, courteous, and show enthusiasm for the opportunity. Show your interest through questions related either to the role or the company. Therefore, good preparation and practice for a job interview can boost your success rates by a wide margin. You can research the company, practice how to answer, wear your best attire, and show your enthusiasm to the interviewer. By so doing, you will be fully prepared to undertake any kind of interview. How to cook a basic meal. Cooking can be quite easy to do and very satisfying. A simple meal consisting of rice, vegetables, and chicken is a great meal for any beginner to start with since it is nutritious, easy to prepare, and requires only a few ingredients and steps. First, prepare all the ingredients that you will need, which basically include rice, chicken breast, and some fresh vegetables like bell peppers, carrots, and broccoli. You may want spices like salt, pepper, and garlic for flavor. Take 1 cup of rice and rinse under water to remove extra starch, which will help in cooking the rice much better. Slice the chicken into small pieces and chop the vegetables into bite-sized chunks. The rice cooks next. Put drained rice in a pan with 2 cups of water. Cover the pan, then let it come to a boil at minimum heat. Let the rice cook for about 15 to 20 minutes or until all the water is absorbed and rice becomes tender. You can easily start cooking the chicken and vegetables while the rice cooks. In a pan, heat some oil over medium heat. When the pan is hot, place the chicken in it, sprinkling with salt, pepper, and minced garlic if desired. Cook the chicken for about 5 to 7 minutes until golden brown and cooked through, stirring occasionally. Remove the chicken from the pan and set aside. It is now time to cook the vegetables. In the same pan, if necessary, add a bit more oil and then toss in the vegetables. Stir often until they are tender but still slightly crisp in about 4 to 5 minutes. Once the vegetables are ready, add back in the cooked chicken into the pan and stir everything together for a minute. Finally, serve, put cooked rice on a plate and spoon the chicken and vegetables over it. That meal is filling but healthy. Such a simple meal of rice with chicken and vegetables is quite easy to cook and involves just a few steps. Later with experience, you can do this in much less time. Moreover, it is good to invent something new using other ingredients. That is why cooking for oneself is very useful, and one can get fresh homemade food. How to study for a test. Studying for a test might get overwhelming, but once there is an effective plan in place, it is achievable. Efficient study habits will go a long way in retaining information, building confidence, and going well on the test day. Here are simple steps toward effective studying. First, start early. Start your review long in advance. This will give you ample time to master the content inside out and avoid pressure at the last minute. Trying to learn everything the night before can be overwhelming, Besides, it's harder to remember things when you're cramming. Instead, study in small sections over several days or weeks. Secondly, prepare a study schedule. You need to plan your studying with regard to topics you should emphasize, allotting more time to what you find the most difficult. In this case, making a schedule will help you go through everything without hurrying. Also, make your sessions no longer than 30 to 60 minutes, and take breaks to give your brain a little time to rest. Third, activate effective techniques of studying. It is never enough to simply reread your notes or a textbook. Try to write down key points, summarize in your own words, or make flashcards. Practice answering questions related to the topic. This reinforces your memory and helps you apply what you have learned. If possible, explain the concepts aloud. Teaching someone else is one of the best ways to deepen understanding. Fourth, out yourself in a study-conducive environment. Seek a quiet place where there are no distractions such as your phone or TV. Make sure that everything you may need during your study session is available before you begin, so you will be more focused, hence increasing the productivity of your study sessions. Finally, get enough sleep the night before you take a test. A tired brain will barely remember anything and will poorly concentrate. Appropriate sleep will help you remember what you have studied and keep you focused. In other words, effective test studying starts early, is well planned, uses active techniques, and is conducted in a good environment. If you can follow these steps, you will be prepared, confident, and ready to succeed on test day. How to deal with stress. Stress, anytime and anywhere, happens to all of us. Either it be from school, work, or personal challenges in life, handling stress is considered one of the important methods to keep oneself mentally and physically fit. Fortunately, there are effective ways of dealing with stress in order to make it more manageable and prevent it from affecting daily life. Here are a few simple strategies. First of all, it is necessary to identify sources that cause stress. Definitely, one has to understand what provides it in order to practically reduce the level of stress. For example, if school assignments or deadlines overwhelm you, then the only thing you need is organization. Divide a huge task into smaller steps, and it will turn out to be easier to achieve. Keeping a planner or using a calendar can help you stay on track and avoid last-minute stressful troubles. Other helpful ways to cope with stress involve the use of relaxation techniques. Deep breathing, meditation, and stretching exercises are activities that tend to soothe both your mind and body. Daily, take just a few minutes to close your eyes and concentrate on deep, slow breaths, making you feel more relaxed. Taking part in hobbies, listening to music, or spending time outdoors can also be considered soothing and may lower levels of stress. Another effective stress-relieving practice is physical activity. This may involve a walk, jogging, or going to the gym. The result of these physical activities is the endorphins produced in the body, which elevate moods in general. Even a short walk outside can make a big difference and lighten up an individual's mood and reduce tension. Physical activity also helps shift your focus away from stressful thoughts and encourages a positive outlook. Last but not least, connecting with friends and family may create a dent in managing stress. Being able to talk about your concerns with someone you feel will understand may give you a different perspective or the supportive sense. Sometimes, just sharing seems to lighten the weight. A firm social base does allow you to handle up and down variations in life much more confidently, and you belong. What is most critical to consider is that even though stress is part of life, it need not control it. We can manage our own stressors by identifying them, using relaxation techniques, being active, along with reaching out to others for support. It is in the actual application of these strategies that work-life balance comes into play, and challenges are met more confidently with a greater appreciation of each new day. How to make a bed properly. Proper making of a bed gives a room a neat, inviting view. It is very simple work, providing tidiness and comfort in the space. Here is a step-by-step guide on how to make a bed properly. First, clear the bed. Take off the pillows and blankets off the bed. If these are dirty, put fresh sheets on. Start with a fitted sheet, which has elastic edges that will help it to stay on the bed, stretch the fitted sheet over the mattress corners to ensure it lies flat and snug across the bed. This makes a good foundation for the rest of the bedding. Now, it is time for the top sheet. It is smooth over the bed and aligns the top edge with the head of the mattress. If there is any pattern or decorated side, turn it down, for the design will be visible when the top is folded back. Tuck the bottom edge of the flat sheet under the mattress and tuck the sides in neatly. For neat corners, tuck the sheet in at a 45-degree angle at each corner to make what is called a hospital corner. Place the sheets on, followed by the blanket or comforter. Smooth it over the bed with a few inches of sheet peeking out from the top if you like a layered look. Smooth it, so the edges of the bed hang even. One could tuck it in for a more formal look or just leave it untucked for that cozy, casual look. Finally, place the pillows. Place sleeping pillows against the headboard of your bed and lean them against it. Place the extra decorative pillows in front of sleeping pillows for a final touch. The bottom line is that making a bed properly is simple, but it really changes the room. With a neat bed, the whole room looks so much neater and becomes something comforting to return to at the end of your day. It creates a fresh start to each day and a welcoming end to every night. Packing for a trip can be exciting yet challenging. With good organization, it becomes easier, and you'll feel prepared for your journey. Here is a simple guide on how to pack effectively for a trip. First, make a list. Write down everything you think you'll need, including clothes, toiletries, electronics, documents, and any personal items. This list will keep you focused and help you remember everything. Think about the destination's weather, the length of your trip, and any special activities you plan to do, as these factors will influence what you need to bring. Next, gather your items and start by packing the essentials. Place your important documents like your passport, travel tickets, and ID in a safe, accessible spot like a small travel pouch or a secure pocket. This way, you can easily grab them when you need to check in or show identification. If you have medications or any other necessary items, keep them in your carry-on bag so that you can reach them quickly. When it comes to clothing, pack versatile items. Choose pieces that you can mix and match to create different outfits. Roll your clothes instead of folding them, this saves space and keeps them from wrinkling. Pack heavier items, like shoes, at the bottom of the suitcase. Place shoes in bags to keep them separate from your clothes. Fill any empty space inside shoes with small items, like socks, to save room. Don't forget to pack toiletries, but keep them minimal. Use travel-sized containers and place any liquids in a plastic bag to avoid spills. For electronics, bring only what you need. Pack chargers, headphones, and any adapters if you're traveling abroad. Keep your electronics in a secure part of your bag to prevent damage. In conclusion, packing for a trip doesn't have to be difficult. With a list, some careful planning, and smart organization, you can make sure you have everything you need. Packing well helps you start your trip relaxed and ready for adventure. How to create a budget. Making a budget is a major fundamental skill in managing one's finances. It helps you trace your income and expenses, avoids overspending, and allows you to save for the future. It is rather easy to create a simple budget once you learn to follow a few basic steps. To start getting your budget ready, you need to determine how much you make in a month. Quite simply, this refers to the total money coming in every month from your job, investments, or any other source. After-tax income has to be used, because that is the actual amount of money you have with which you can work. Knowing precisely how much you make per month is the foundation for an accurate budget. Next, try to include all of your monthly expenses. Begin with essential expenses such as rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, and transportation. These are called fixed expenses since they will be standard and continuous. Then, add in your variable expenses, those that can be different each month. These may include dining out, entertainment, or shopping. Sometimes it is useful to look back to previous bank statements to see what you generally spend in each area. Subtract your expenses from your income after you have listed the expenses. This gives you a picture of whether you are spending more than what you bring in or if you have money left over at the end of each month. If you find that your expenses exceed your income, you may want to rework your budget by reducing non-essential spending. You can set limits on spending in each category to help keep your spending on track. Finally, add some savings in your budget. A small amount per month easily totals up with time. Determine a realistic amount you can set aside monthly and think of it as some fixed expense. Embracing the good habit of setting aside money for emergencies or some goals that are probably going to be farther in the future ensures some security and a peace of mind. In short, budgeting is the easiest and most effective way to discipline one's finances. The tracking of incomes, making changes if necessary, saving on a regular basis, all these will result in a firm ground of finance. With a budget, you're in better control of your money and can achieve your goals with confidence.